we should. Our section 9 is started with Genesis 37, and verse 12 has the footnote Naqud al-At, and the margin we have Shani over there, and Shalishi. And Jacob dwelt in the land of his father's sojourning, in the land of Canaan. These are the generations of Jacob. Joseph, being 17 years old, was feeding the flock with his brethren. And he was a lad with the sons of Bilhah, and with the sons of Zilpah, his father's wives. And Yusuf brought unto his father their evil report. Now Israel loved Yusuf more than all his children, because he was the son of his old age, and he made him a coat of many colors. And when his brethren saw that their father loved him more than all his brethren, they hated him, and could not speak peaceably unto him. And Joseph dreamed a dream, and he told it his brethren, and they hated him yet the more. And he said unto them, Hear, I pray you, this dream which I have dreamed. For behold, we were binding sheaves in the field, and lo, my sheaf arose, and also stood upright. And behold, your sheaves stood round about, and made obeisance to my sheaf. And his brethren said to him, Shalt thou indeed reign over us, or shalt thou indeed have dominion over us? And they hated him yet the more for his dreams, and for his words. There is some care to take in deciding how and to whom you relate your dreams and visions. And he dreamed yet another dream, and told it his brethren, and said, Behold, I have dreamed a dream more, and behold, the sun and the moon, and the 11 stars made obeisance to me. Planetary bodies, and I think maybe I'll look that up at the end here. And he told it to his father and to his brethren. And his father rebuked him, and said unto him, What is this dream that thou hast dreamed? Shall I and thy mother and thy brethren indeed come to bow down ourselves to thee, to the earth? And his brother envied him. But his father observed the saying, and his brethren went to feed their father's flock in Shechem. And Israel said unto Yusuf, Do not thy brethren feed the flock in Shechem? Come, and I will send thee unto them. And he said to him, Here am I. And he said to him, Go, I pray thee, see whether it be well with thy brethren, and well the flock, and bring me word again. So he sent him out of the vale of Hebron, and he came to Shechem, and a certain man found him, and behold, he was wandering in the field. And the man asked him, saying, What seekest thou? And he said, I seek my brethren, tell me, I pray thee, where they feed their flocks. And the man said, They are departed hence, for I heard them say, Let us go to Dothan. And Joseph went after his brethren, and they found them in Dothan. And when they saw him afar off, even before he came near unto them, they conspired against him to slay him. And they said one to another, Behold, this dreamer cometh. Come now, therefore, and let us slay him, and cast him into some pit, and we will say, Some evil beast hath devoured him, and we shall see what will become of his dreams. And Reuben heard it, and he delivered him out of their hands, and said, Let us not kill him. And Reuben said unto them, Shed no blood, but cast him into the pit that is in the wilderness, and lay no hand upon him, that he might rid him out of their hands to deliver him to his father again. And it came to pass, when Yusuf was come into his brethren, approached them. They stripped Yusuf out of his coat of many colors that was on him, and they took him and cast him into a pit, and the pit was empty. There was no water in it. And they sat down to eat bread, and they lifted up their eyes and looked, and behold, a company of Ishmaelites came from Gilead with their camels, bring spicery and balm and myrrh, going to carry it down to Egypt. And Judah said unto his brethren, What profit is it if we slay our brother and conceal his blood? Come, and let us sell him to the Ishmaelites, and let not our hand be upon him, for he is our brother and our flesh. And his brethren were content. 28. And there passed by Midianites, merchantmen, and they drew and lifted up Yusuf out of the pit, and sold Yusuf to the Ishmaelites for 20 pieces of silver. And they brought Yusuf into Egypt. And Reuben returned unto the pit, and behold, Yusuf was not in the pit, and he rent his clothes. And he returned unto his brethren, and said, The child is not, and I, whither shall I go? And, well, isn't the term youth? Oh, well, her son, I guess, too. And they took Yusuf's coat, and killed a kid of the goats, and dipped the coat in the blood. And they sent the coat of many colors, and they brought it to their father, and said, This we have found. And know now whether it be thy son's coat or no. And he knew it, and he said, It is my son's coat. An evil beast hath devoured him. Yusuf is without doubt rent in pieces. And Jacob rent his clothes, and put on sackcloth about his loins, and mourned for his son many days. Now, the basic modesty of a man is the knees to the navel, and so he would have put on a full garment, basically, not just wrapped a cloth diaper looking thing. And all his sons and all his daughters rose up to comfort him, but he refused to be comforted. And he said, For I will go down into the grave unto my son mourning. Thus his father wept for him, and the Midianites sold him into Egypt unto Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh's and a captain of the guard. Now, it's interesting that the word cab means grief, sorrow, cut off, pain, or causing such. Kukub is a prince, a star, something blazing or rolling, a celestial body of any sort. And we start here. Wishub Jacob Bartz Maguri Abu Bartz Kanan Alham Tildut Jacob Yusuf Ben Shabah Ashrah Shanah Hyah Rah Achu Batsan Wahwa Wahwa Nar at Bani Bulheh Wat Bani Zilpa Nashi Abu Weba Yusuf at Dubtum Rah al Abiham Wishral Ahab at Yusuf Mikal Ben Yu Ki Ben Zaknim Wa Lu Washa Lu Ket Pasim We Rao Achu Ki Atu Aham Abiham Makal Achu Wishnau Atu Wallah Yaklu Dembru Leshlam Wichlam Yusuf Chlum Wigad Lachu Wiu Sapu Aud Shana Atu We Amr Aliham Shemau Na Hatchlum Hazah Asher Chulmati Wahna Anchinu Malamim Almim Batuk Hashda Wahna Qamah Almati Wagam Natsba Wahna Tisbina Almatikam Wat Shut Chewin Lalmati We Amru Lu Achu Hemluk Temluk Alinu Mashul Timshul Banu Wiu Sapu Aud Shana Atu Al Chul Matu Wal Debriu Wichlam Aud Chulum Acher Whisper Atu Lachu We Amr Hana Chulmati Chalum Aud Wahna Hashmesh Wah Yurch Watcher Asher Cookbeam Mashtuim Li Whisper Al Abu Wal Achu Wigar Bu Abu We Amr Lu Mah Hatchlum Hazah Asher Chulmat Habwa An Wamk Wachik Lah Chut Luk Artsah Wik Now Bu Achu Wabu Shemer At Hedber Wilku Achu Lur Out At Tsan Abiham Bashkam We Amr Yishral Al Yusuf Hulwa Achik Rayam Bashkam Laka Wash Lachuk Aliham We Amr Lu Henni We Amr Lu Lakna Ra At Shalom Achik Wat Shalom Hatzan Wah Shubni Debur Wish Lachho Ma'amak Chibrun Wiba Chukma Wim Sahu Aish wahna tah bashda wishalahu heish lummer mah tabqash we amr at achi anki mabqash hagida na li ipa kham rayim we amr heish nas'aw mazah ki shim'ati amrim nalkah datina Weelad Yusuf Atcher Achu Weemsam Budton Weerow Atu Merchuk Wub Thurm Yakrub Aliham Wheat Naklu Atu Lah Mitu We Amru Aish Al Achu Hana Bal Hatchlamut Hulza Ba Wata Laku One Hergahu One Shul Kahu Bachud Habrut Wam Renu Cha Rah Aklathu One Rah Mah Yahyu Chilmutyu Wishma Rauben Weetzlahu Midam We Amr La Naknu Napush We Amr Alchem Rauben Al Tush Baku Dem Hashliku Atu Al Habur Heza Asher Bumdaber Weed Al Tesh Lachu Bu Lam'an Hatzil Atu Midam La Shibu Al Abu Wehi Kasher Ba Yusuf Al Achu Weep She Thu At Yusuf At Katnatu At Katnut Hepsim Asher Aliu Week Chahu Wish Laku Atu Hebra Wahbur Rak Ein Bu Mim Wish Bu Lakal Lachum Wishau Hainihum We Rau Wahna Arched Yash Ma Alim Ba Muglad Wug Maliham Nashem Nakat Wutsri Wolf Hulakim Lahu Reed Matsrima We Amr Yahuda Al Achu Ma Batsa Ki Nahrug At Achinu Waksinu At Demu Laku One Makranu Lish Ma'alim Widnu Al Tahibu Ki Achinu Beshranu Huwa Wishmau Achu We Abru Anshim Medinim Satrim, Weem Shuku, We Alu at Yusuf, Man Habber, Weem Kru at Yusuf, Lish Ma'alim, Ba Shrim, Kusuf, We Biao at Yusuf, Matsrima, Wishab, Rauben, Al Habur, Wahna, in Yusuf, Babur, Wikra at Bugbu, Wishab al Achu, We Amr, Helid, Enu, Wani, Anham, Ani Ba, Wikachu at Ketnat, Yusuf, Wish Chatu, Sha'ir, Azyam, We the Blue at Hektant, Badam, Wish Lachu at Ketnat, Hepsim, We Biao, Al Abiham, We Amru Zat Matsanu, Hekerna, Hektant, Bunk, Wa Em La, Wikira, We Emer, Ketna, Bani, Cha, Rah, Aklethu, Thurf, Yusuf, Wikra, Yakum, Shemletyu, Wisham, Shuk, Bumtenu, We double, Al, Banu, Yum, Dabim, Wikmu, Kul, Banu, Wukul, Buntu, Lynchmu, Weman, La Tunchum, We Amerki, Ard Al, Bani, Abel, Shalah, Webuk, Atu, Abu, Wah, Mudnim, Makru, Atu Al, Matsrim, Lapu Shipur, Surim, Per Ah, Shur, Hathbachim. And that word Ishp, which is really just a two-letter word, but under Yishub we have sit down, abide, haunt, fail, habitation, keep, place, remain, return, seat, set, sit, take, tarry, inhabit, endure, to ease oneself, to settle, to make an arrangement. And of course, Shabbat is a week. But if you add an extra B to it, it means sort of the opposite, right? It's breaking up, ruining, fragmenting.